Hello Libra, welcome to your December 2024 tarot card reading. Quick reminder that 2025 is literally right around the corner. So if you want to sit down one-on-one with me and book a 2025 year ahead overview tarot and astrology session, I would love to do that with you. We're going to pull tarot cards. We're going to take a look at the big transits for 2025 to really help you prepare mentally and emotionally for what themes are going to emerge for you throughout 2025. So if you want to get that on the books, all the information on how to do that is in the description box in the pinned comment thread down below. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here for December. Libra, what is it that you need to know for 2025? For December 2024, not for the whole year. Okay, we've got miracles. Beautiful. There might be some little things that happen. I don't know that these miracles are going to be these big, gigantic things, but it does feel like there's little things that kind of come into place that are easy, that you never would have expected, that you never would have envisioned for yourself. And it's really a good time to just let yourself go with the flow with this stuff, right? You don't have to fight against this process. Hold on, let me see. Okay. All right, let's see what else comes out here with these oracle cards for Libra. What is it that Libra needs to know here? Claim your independence. All right. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do things on your own, okay? But there is an element of accountability, personal responsibility. You know, you have to do your part. You have to do the things that you said you were going to do. You have to fulfill your promises. There's probably a lot of things that require a lot of effort and energy from you, Libra. So, you know, you are kind of in this lone wolf energy right now. Again, like I say, it's not that you can't collaborate with people or work with people, but there's just a lot on your plate. There's a lot that is expected of you. And I think you are expecting a lot of you, if I'm being totally honest with you. So, you know, it's a great time to pull that power in and kind of do what you need to do and really focus on yourself and start making some really good choices. And I feel like there's alignment here between the claim your independence and miracles. It's like the more and more empowered you become and the more effort you can put into things, the more likely you are to have those miracles kind of fall into your lap. All right, let's see what comes through here with the tarot cards, Libra. Ten of Coins, Page of Wands. All right. I mean, it clearly seems like you know what you're working for. And the clarity, I think, is the most important because the clarity really dictates the actions. Because when I look at this Ten of Coins, it seems as though you have a grand scale vision for what you want your life to look like. It seems like you have strong manifestation power. Now, I feel like you may have already started to see things come to fruition. A few little things, maybe not the whole huge thing, but a few little things and meaningful things too. Not just like teeny tiny little ones, but like, okay, big steps with the career, big steps with finances, big steps with your businesses, big steps with your relationships. You're already starting to see this unravel for you. This is probably what is keeping you in line. I'm seeing you walking a very straight and narrow path. In fact, that's a theme that's really coming out a lot for December in general, is just that there's this really straight and narrow path. And if we are walking that straight and narrow path, we are golden. We are totally set up for success. With the Page of Wands, it really still is a one step at a time. But I feel like these little steps are actually quite big. So, okay, yes, maybe it's just like a phone call or an email you have to send, but it's a really important phone call or a really important email or a really important conversation that needs to be had that's going to progress things forward. It's going to enable you to like do the work that needs to be done. I feel like a lot of clarity can come through with this Page of Wands. So the more communicative you can be with people, and again, with your independence, like I see you initiating a lot of this stuff. And as a cardinal energy, You should be. You should be initiating, especially with the first week of December with your ruling planet Venus in Capricorn, which is also cardinal. I feel like the cardinal energy is kicking in and you are the initiating power right now. So don't be afraid to back down from or don't be afraid to approach conversations. Don't be afraid to tackle hard topics, because you know that those seemingly small things are actually huge in production, okay? It might just be like a small, like think of an actual manufacturing line, right? A conveyor belt of some sort where you got to screw in these 5 screws. Well, without those 5 screws, the whole thing is going to fall apart. So it might be small, but it is imperative to the well-functioning, well-oiled machine, okay? So we don't want to underestimate the power of the small things. Because if you can clear the path through conversation or clearing the air or whatever, and then immediately get to work and immediately go into production mode, you're golden, right? Because this 8 of coins is so focused and it is so, it's just like there are no distractions here. This 8 of coins are the tasks and the things that you know that must be done in order for the 10 of coins to come to fruition. Now, you're not out here seeking and waiting for miracles, by the way. And if you are sitting and waiting for miracles, you're going to be waiting for a really long time. These quote unquote miracles are only going to come in when you are in this type of receptive mode. What I love so much about the 8 of coins, and you may have heard me say this because I often say this about the 8 of coins, it is the perfect mixture of masculine and feminine, and it is the other side of the magician energy, okay, where the magician is really just about the ignition of like a new idea or a new desire, but this is the actual application and the implementation of that initial desire. This is where the real magic happens. This is the real magician right here. Okay, when we start to exert our will into the physical world. And there's a lot of masculine energy here in that you are producing and creating and you are actually bringing things into physical form. But there's also a lot of feminine energy because you're channeling all these new ideas and these new creative, inspirations and things like that. And those are the things that are being applied. So this is where miracles come through. Miracles come through new ideas. They come through your receptivity to other people's perspective. They come through your receptivity to other people's feedback as well. And that receptivity gets channeled into the work, and that work is what gets you here to the 10 of coins. There is no idle energy here. There's no laziness going on. All right. And there's no dependence on other people. Like you're not sitting around and saying, well, I can't do what I can do until that person does this stuff. That's not independent, right? This is you saying, I'm going to do everything that I can to get myself to where I want to be. Person or no person, right? Other person or no other person, doesn't matter. So a lot of personal responsibility coming on for Libra. Knight of Swords. I'm kind of sensing a warrior-like energy. I mean, I don't see Libra as being super warm and fuzzy right now, and I just don't know that you have the capacity for the warm and fuzzies toward people. Like Libra is busy. Libra is busy. Libra is functioning. Libra is trying to get everything done. Libra is trying to fulfill all their obligations, and I just don't think they have time for the BS. They don't have time for other people's gossip or other people's pettiness or other people's anything. And I'm looking at this Knight of Swords, and Libra, I simply see you moving so fast. And this is what happens when you've got third house activity like this. You've got third and ninth house, right? Where we've got ninth house Jupiter retrograde and third house Sun and Mercury retrograde. Third and ninth houses, there's tons and tons of movement that happens in these places. And I see you really speeding through things very quickly. And, you're determined to make all the things happen. Like you might have kind of a higher load, right? In terms of work and responsibilities, it might be a little bit higher. And I know that it's holiday season, so that kind of adds a whole layer of stuff on top of it too. But I don't know that this necessarily has to do with any of that. I think this is personal ambition stuff that's going to carry on even after the holiday and whatnot. And I just look at this Knight of Swords and I see the passion and the focus and the unwavering spirit. Like there is nothing that is going to get in Libra's way, nothing at all. And to be honest, I don't even know that there isn't anything that you wouldn't sacrifice in order to get yourself to this 10 of coins. Like you're willing, like if you need to sacrifice something, and this is the thing with the South Node in your sign, right? South Node has been in your sign for a little less than a year and a half, and it's about to move into Virgo, leave your sign in January, like middle of January. So we don't have that much longer with the South Node in Libra. And then Libra is going to be free and clear. And the South Node is a very challenging entity to deal with. It kind of feels, it's hard to kind of get on top of stuff here. And it's hard to really form an identity and form that sense of what you want and all of that. So sometimes it can be very wavering, and it does require a lot of sacrifice. Because to me, in my opinion, the South Node is the most spiritual point in the chart because it reminds us that everything in this world is temporary, including our bodies, including our bank accounts, including our homes, including our families. Like everything is temporary, and that there's like this whole other world beyond this world. And so we get reminded of that by having things taken away, or things are forced to sacrifice, or we're forced to kind of contend with a depletion or a decrease of some kind. It's like, don't get dependent on stuff. Don't get attached, right? Because the more attached you get, the more karma you accrue, that kind of thing. And so I feel like that energy is starting to lift. So now you can kind of start to really go after it. But there's still a little bit of a stint left, right? We got a month and a half left of the South Node in Libra. So we still have maybe some final sacrifices that need to be made, which you are willing to do. With Judgment, it feels like you're entering new levels of clarity as well, where you're kind of coming up out of a funk or out of a darkness or out of some kind of a haze, and you're starting to see things more clearly than you have in a really long time. The thing with the Judgment card is there is often a big perspective shift that happens, and when that perspective shift does happen, that is when we can start making big moves because we feel more confident in our choices, and we're not riddled with doubt, and we're not riddled with, any shame or guilt or anything like that. And this puts us in a position to really fight for what we want. I mean, I'm really seeing a fighting spirit here, Libra. I mean, it does seem like there's nothing you wouldn't do to get yourself to that 10 of coins. And the 7 of Wands says no matter what adversarial energies come your way, and I think you know that there will be some, whether it's other people, whether it's financial issues, whether it's, logistical issues, whatever, but there will be some adversarial stuff that you have to contend with, but you are more than willing to stand firmly on that mountain and say, I will tackle any of it. Bring it on, universe. I know that I can do it. This is a side of Libra that is more aggressive. It's more... like, I'm not saying you don't ever have this, but it's not, I think, something that Libra constantly holds. This is the nature of being cardinal, where Libra is a little bit more balanced and steady and secure. This does not feel very secure. This is the more of the risk-taking side of Libra. But this is one of the reasons why Libra can succeed so and climb so high. I often say Libra is like one of the dark horses of the Zodiac, just simply because I just wanted to make sure I put those in the upright position. This is one of the reasons why Libra is kind of the dark horse of the Zodiac, because normally you're just kind of normal, right? Normal, you're a normal person. But when something really happens that triggers you, like, it can be full on and it can be really intense. And Libra can be a very intense archetype. And it's just not something we get every day. I just dropped a card. Let me grab it really quick. So this is the card I'm going to pull out for you. Okay, yeah. Death card. 2 more. Let's see. Ooh, we got Death and the World and Justice. 3 big major arcana at the very end. So this is as we enter Capricorn season, as the sun comes in through that 4th house. It does feel like you're changing, right? You're changing. Your whole modality is changing. What I like about Death is it feels more like on the molecular level. So it's so deep. This change is so deep inside of you. And this is the Pluto and Aquarius thing, right? We're all going through this in our own unique ways. And the reason why we can fight so hard right now is because we're genuinely in the place where we can fight and we can push and we can dedicate and we can commit and we can go all in and we can invest heavily in something and we can have faith. Like there's nothing that we can't do really. So that changes things. It changes the whole landscape, the whole tapestry. So Death, there is an identity death going on for Libra, especially with the South Node finishing out in your sign this month and even in through January as well. I'm not saying it's all limited to December. It'll carry on into January too. But there's a massive identity death. There's a big purge that's going on. So you are transitioning into a more abundant mindset, a more abundant lifestyle, more autonomous with that independence card here. I'm seeing even more agility. So you do seem to be severing attachments where you're really eliminating your connections with past things and past people. When these 2 cards come out together like this is a really strong ending combination, like super potent. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Libra really was just left and right, cutting things off, cutting people off, selling things off, buying new things, moving to new places, quitting jobs, ending relationships, beginning new ones, all these like really big transitions. And like I say, I think you're just diving in head first. I think it's not that you're not cautious or you're not smart about it. I mean, I think you've thought about it. But it's just like, you're kind of like, why would I wait? Why would I put this off? Why would I don't want to do that anymore. I've been doing that for so long. I've maybe had fear in my heart. Maybe I've been too insecure. I've been holding back. I've been doing X, Y, and Z. And now you're just like, I don't want to be that person anymore. And I think you're kind of getting a little bit brutal with yourself. Now, I'm not saying there won't be growing pains because you're really putting yourself in an unfamiliar territory, which is not easy. And it absolutely challenges us as human beings to be in this type of space. And yet I do feel you like embracing that 100, like you're embracing the discomfort better than anyone else, any other signs that I've been reading for. So, I mean, it's clear that this ending is... I mean, you're built for it, and it's not a surprise, but you're crossing this threshold here with the World card, and you're doing so with so much grace and dignity. And like, again, I don't really think that you're in a position where you're answering to anyone. Like Libra is just making moves, boom, 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 left and right. And people are like, whoa, Libra, what are you doing? Like, where is this coming from? Why are you doing this all of a sudden? This is crazy. And you're like, you know what? It might look crazy to you, but it doesn't feel crazy to me. And I'm like, I just like when it's right, it's right. And when you know, you know. Period. When you know, you know. And I look at this Justice card and I'm like, I don't think that Libra, like, I'm not saying you've never felt at peace like this before, but I feel like you are really at peace with the way that things are going, even at the rate at which things are going. You are ready to handle this pendulum swing. You're ready for these big adjustments to finally happen. You're embracing all of this without any fight or resistance. In fact, actually, with both of these cards, it really does feel like a bring it on. Like, okay, universe, you're going to push, like, you're going to present me with this new world and I want it and I'm going to go for it. Like, I don't know. It feels really, really powerful. No one can stop you. It's kind of like I like the cat spirit. Like, I'm a cat person. And I know that, like, when cats want to be held, they'll let you hold them. If they don't want to be held, they will scratch your face off, right? They want this, they want that. I mean, there's no shame in what they want. There's no shame in their boundaries. There's no shame in anything, really. It's just like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. You know, there's a lot of like that diva energy a little bit, and I'm kind of getting that here. Okay, I love it. I love it. It's great. And I see progress here for you. The right kind of progress that's ultimately going to lead you to the life that you've always dreamt of, which is that 10 of coins. We're going to clarify all these, okay? So we're going to talk about these clarifiers in the comprehensive reading. So if you want more, we're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about the 27 new cards that I'm going to lay down here. So if you want to join for the comprehensive, the link is in the description box in the comment thread down below. So let's go ahead and get started here, Libra. So what is it that you need to know with the 10 of coins? What does Libra need to know with the 10 of coins here? 9 of swords. The Sun and the Fool. Oh, I love the Fool. I haven't been getting the Fool that much this month. It's kind of a unique one, a little bit. Strength. Got the High Priestess, Strength. Another 10 of coins. We've got the Empress. 3 of coins. 5. There's the Sacrifice right there. 5 of Cups. Queen of Cups, the 8 of Cups, Magician, 4 of Coins, 10 of Cups, beautiful. A lot of freedom. I think you are reaching new levels of freedom here. We've got the Moon, 7 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Coins, Judgment, 3 of Cups, the Tower. Oh, love the Tower. And 9 of Wands, 6 of Cups, Queen of Swords, another Libra card, and on top of that, we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up Libra. So if you want to join, the link is in the description box in the comment thread down below. Thank you all so much. I hope you have an amazing December, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.